guys, it's Erin, the Get Mom. And for those of you who don't know me, I am the only certified parent coach in the country specializing in mommy's happiness. I am myself a mom to 3 boys, and I truly believe happy moms raise happy and confident children. And this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So thank you for joining me, and let's get into it, and let's talk about what for some reason is a really uncomfortable topic, but I am all about walking the talk and sharing my life and what I've learned in all things Get Mom World. And so I'm going to talk about my journey with mental health. All right, so I guess there's like so many different variations of when you are not having the best mental health, when you're not feeling like your most happy shiny. And it can come in the form of depression, anxiety, sadness, compulsive behavior, obsessive behavior, worrying. I mean, all those, a little bit of those, a little bit of that in the morning, a couple of those things sprinkled in the afternoon. Like there's no right or wrong on when you are not feeling happy shiny, when you are feeling like you are going to lose your shit because your mental health is suffering. And you just know that you don't feel right, but you can't put your finger on it. You can't like really hone in on one certain situation or something that happened or something that was said or something you did. You just know that you don't feel right day in and day out, and you're like living in Bummerland. And like Bummerland does not need to exist, or at least it does not need to exist with you inhabiting it. And a lot of times, especially as moms, we just think like we don't have enough time. We don't even have enough time to get our to-do list done, that we just think that eventually we'll feel better. Eventually this will pass. Eventually we'll just be back to ourselves and we'll be happy and carefree again. But a lot of times that just isn't the case, and that's totally normal. So if you are thinking that you are just not right, you're not feeling like the most balanced or calm or happy or carefree or light, and that you're thinking, oh, this is going to pass, I want you to really take a hard look. And probably would only take you 5 minutes to kind of replay what's been going on in your life and what your thoughts, for you to think or realize, you know what, it's been too long and it's not going away. All right? And I get it. Like sometimes, like we all get set off. We all get like so mad and angry. I do. It's totally normal. But you have to like really evaluate how often is that happening. And you just have to understand that bad things happen every single day. It is how we roll through them and react to them, and whether a bad moment sends you into a tailspin or whether you're just able to like easy peasy roll on through it. And that's what you want to do, because bad things are always going to happen, unfortunately. So it's up to you, mommy, to get your mental health together, get it in check, and get it together. It's like you just have to find the strength for you. Like, no one is going to say to you, oh God, how are you feeling? Like, no one really cares. Unfortunately, in our like super fast-paced world, no one really cares. I care. You can send me a message and I will talk to you and help you through it. But you just really have to find the strength for you to get it together. So that's number one. Just acknowledging you're not feeling so hot. And then maybe you share it with your partner, your mom, your best friend. Maybe don't tell anyone. You just tell your doctor. There's no shame in your game. What there is shame in is just suffering in silence and not reaching out and not getting support and the tools to like live your best life. And you just have to remind yourself that you are not a failure. I am 48 years old. I have 3 boys. The oldest is 15. And when I had Coley, I was an anxious, nervous wreck. I was not handling his crying well. I was not handling motherhood well. And I found my coping skills were by like nonstop Swiffering and cleaning and dusting. And I needed every square inch of our 2-bedroom condo to be immaculate before I could sit down and relax. And I was like constantly rushing through errands with Cole, and I was just like a taskmaster because I felt those were things I could control. I could control doing tasks, but I couldn't control him, Cole, and I certainly couldn't control what was going on in my brain. And so I found by making my environment perfect that I thought I was in control and calm. Until when he was 9 months old, and I just was like, I just thought to myself, like, what am I doing? What am I rushing to? Like, why are we racing? And like, why do I have to do all these things? And like, is this what motherhood is? And this is how we're going to spend our time together? And I just thought, this can't be right. Not even knowing, this was all I knew, was the racing and the rushing and the sweating. I was never a yeller. I grew up, my mom was a yeller, so I was never a yeller as a mom. I still am not, even though I have 3 boys. But I knew that my coping mechanism was by staying busy, and that helped me feel less anxious, or so I thought. So I sought out therapy when Coley was 9 months old. And I don't know, she must be like a shaman or a miracle worker. Long story short, she got me to chill the F out and realize I can go to sleep with a messy kitchen and dishes in the sink and the world will be okay. My mental health will be okay, and in order to relax, I just would have to remind myself, who cares that there's messy dishes in the sink? It really doesn't matter. It's going to be okay. And I'm so glad that I went to therapy when he was 9 months old. I still go quarterly, and there's no question when I am walking into her office and I have like the list of topics that are roaming around and I just can't find a home or a place for them. When I walk out, she has put them in order and soothed my brain. My brain is so happy. And I'm so glad I took the leap of faith. And I know it is so scary opening up and sharing your inner demons, but oh my God, it's so worth it. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. And not everyone is prescribed medicine. Just because you're going to therapy doesn't mean you're getting on antidepressants. But let's talk about that. There's nothing wrong with antidepressants. When you have a headache, what do you take? Medicine. Get over it. Get over it. Get the tools, get the support, and get an open mind and help yourself just feel like a carefree child that you are raising. And the more carefree you are, the more happy and shiny and carefree and like jolly your children will be and your whole family. So your future self will thank you. Your scrunched up, stressed out face and your hunchback and your crying self and your tired self and your sleepless nights and your back pain, they will all thank you by taking the leap of faith. And I just want you guys to like live and feel as if you don't have a care in the world. I'm not saying that you are in la la land. I'm just saying that you seek support to find a home for all of like your worries and stresses. And when you have the tools to put them in their proper homes, they don't overwhelm you and take over your mind and take over your mental health. All right, so I hope this helped. Helped me. I was like, oh yeah, this like totally makes sense. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like and comment, and we'll talk next week. All right. Have a great week, guys. Thanks.